Scoop's Cat Litter presents The March to YouTube Domination. Dateline Hollywood. A plucky red-haired beauty hatches her plan to conquer the internet by gaining 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. But she can't do it alone. Only you can help her in her quest to achieve YouTube greatness by liking, subscribing, and most importantly, sharing her videos. Remember, it's up to you to fight the evils of YouTube suppression and the evil corporations who want to keep you down by clicking the like button as we march our way to YouTube domination.
When it's in everything, it's no longer fun and taboo, is it? That's really the problem we have here. I'm Mecha. We really have some serious problems in this day and age with our entertainment. The fact that franchises and series can't just be what they're supposed to be. They gotta try and be other things. Why? Now I saw this, and I've been meaning to do a video on the Lord of the Rings stuff anyway, just as a kind of a, here, I'll just get it out and get it over with. It's not going to be a good series because you have people like Jeff Bezos saying, yes, bring me Game of Thrones. This is where we get all the nudity. We have a nudity coordinator to make sure the actors in the Lord of the Rings show, yes, the Lord of the Rings show, that used to be for that 13-year-old nerd who likes the fantasy and adventure stuff. That's who Lord of the Rings, that's really what I think of when I think of your typical Lord of the Rings fan. Is like this 13-year-old kid reading these books. Really, I'm interrupting myself again. These 13-year-old kids reading these books for the first time and then carrying it with them into adulthood. Not saying it's for them, but I'm saying it's something that they can kind of get into at the age where they're kind of in between, or even younger, right? But before they're really focused on dating and girls and stuff, when they're still kind of wanting boy hobbies and girl hobbies. It's got girl stuff in too. You know, it's got elves and fantasy and whatever. You could get into Lord of the Rings, right, when you're younger. But they were for everybody. And now when you've got these franchises trying to be something they're not, you're excluding people. Even in Game of Thrones, I'm there watching it. And, you know, I'm there watching these scenes. And I'm like, you know what? We have just an out of place, out of the blue, full-on adult giggity scene in the middle of this TV series about dragons and yeah, it's got grown-up themes, but then it goes a little too far in some places. And I'm like, you know what? If I want to watch adult grown-up giggity scenes, I'm not going to be with a group of friends who I'm not watching, you know, unless that group of friends is somebody who's there to watch an adult giggity scene and then reenact him. It just feels a little out of place, right? It just feels a little bit like, I don't really want to watch this with my parents. Right, I can watch something. I can watch somebody getting sliced up in Texas Chainsaw Massacre with my mother just fine. We can hear F-bombs. We can hear certain to a point. But once you kind of cross the line, that's when these shows are no longer being what they want to be. And here's the issue I have. As somebody who likes to rebel, you know, as somebody who liked watching Pink Flamingos because you weren't seeing it in normal mainstream movies, right? You weren't seeing this weird, taboo, gross, naked, whatever, right? You can see it in John Waters movies or in underground stuff or in these weird little corners here and there that you had to go upstairs to your local video store in the Laserdisc section to find it, because you couldn't find it anywhere else because it was NC-17, and they didn't always print NC-17 movies on VHS back then. And they were for like the hardcore, you know, film snobby sort of people like me, the hipsters, the people who weren't really into the mainstream stuff. And it was an escape from it. It was a way to kind of say, this is for us. This is for us. You guys can have, your normal whatever. This is for us, though. And now it's fucking everywhere. And now it's in fucking Lord of the Rings. Oh, can we leave this is why Game of Thrones is its own thing, right? And even if I kind of get a little, like, off-put being the old curmudgeon who's getting more and more pro-clutchy as I get older, and you are too, you know it. I don't want to cancel Game of Thrones for anything other than being shit the last season. I can just say, you know what, this is a different thing. This is a different thing than Lord of the Rings. This is a different thing than any other piece of whatever entertainment in the genre I'm trying to consume. That's why they're different things. If Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones were supposed to be the same thing, they wouldn't have different names in the first place. They wouldn't be from different creators. They wouldn't be for different audiences. And meanwhile, there are crossovers. Your Game of Thrones audience is a lot. And I know there's a lot more of them. Probably now, because it's the biggest, most streaming thing. Oh, I'm just talking out my ass right now because I'm trying to rant without yelling. Because people are like, oh, we don't want so many ranty videos. We don't want so many yelly videos. The issue is, stop trying to make things other things. Stop trying to make things other things. There is nothing wrong with having a Lord of the Rings show that is true to the books, that is true to the series, that stays true to the spirit and the rating and the demographics. This is Star Trek Discovery all fucking over again.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck you, Admiral Face. I'm tired of this. And now we got another one ruined by trying to be something it's not. Just be what you want. Be what you're supposed to be. Don't try and be something you're not. This is why I am not trying to be anything other than the grumpy boomer curmudgeon that I am, trying to fix entertainment. One thing at a time by complaining until they just stop making garbage. I'm Mecha and I'm going back to my live chat. Don't you guys go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Are you looking for that special someone to save the world with from the evil oppressors and fascists? Do you care more about the pronouns people use instead of who they are as a person?
Use she, her pronouns, and I am this.
Do you feel the need to correct everyone about race and gender at all times, no matter the situation? Do you spend hours at a time screaming from your car about how unfair everything is?
Could this year get any fucking worse?
Then we have the dating app for you. Unhinged Unhitchables. Filter by pronouns, gender identity, race, fandoms, and more. Never match up with someone who will reject you because you're entitled to love too.
It's kind of hard to understand, but I'm a big lesbian.
Wank.